Anyway, hello and welcome to
the Collateral
Jay, do you want to
podcast.
And today we have me, Connor, and we have Jay and Hannah.
I am
Say
Jay
hello,
and Hannah.
guys.
Hi.
Anyway,
Superstar. Just to get on the topic, you know.
Jesus Christ Superstar.
Yes, we're talking about this Christ Superstar because both Jay and Hannah were both performing in it the other week.
Yeah.
So I'm going to kind of start off with this and just ask how you two are doing, like after the aftermath of the whole performance and stuff. Hannah, if you want to go
who's
first.
Okay.
Hannah, you go first.
Okay. I'm still thriving from it, to be fair. I think it's made me realize how much I still love musical theatre, and I've now been looking at a lot more auditions. I'm constantly scrolling different theatre companies and going, okay, what's the next one I can do? Because I love this and I want this to be my life. So
Okay, and Jay?
Yeah. Well, for me, I'm ill. The priests in the show started getting sick, and now I've got it. And do you know who I blame? Hannah.
oh no.
'Cause
Me?
I was near Hannah a lot.
I
So
never had it.
thanks. Well, yeah, you were probably just a host.
I was a host.
So yeah, I got the plague and I'm still ill from it. I did get a hamster after leaving
Aww.
Jesus Christ Superstar, because that was like
What's the
my little
hamster name?
treat. Bruno, after Bruno Mars.
I immediately knew you were going to do that for some reason.
Yeah.
That's very lovely from both of you. Then both doing like kind of all right now afterwards. So I guess the real first question I have was like just for the whole podcast is how did you find the audition and the rehearsal process? Jay, if you want to go first.
Wow. The audition, I didn't know too much about Jesus Christ Superstar, so when I was looking at songs to do, I was going to do Pilot's Dream, and then I got a message from Hannah being there like, Jay, you have the personality of King Herod. And then,
Yeah, you do.
And then I went, okay, I'll do that. And then I was giving it very theatrical vibes, being there like I was playing it very villainous, like what's his name from the Barbie movie. Hannah would know.
Preminger.
Yeah. Or like King George from Hamilton. And that's what I was doing. And then on the day of the actual audition, I had lost my voice because I was really sick. So I couldn't sing or talk. So the audition didn't go well, but they loved me nonetheless. And I was cast because they're like, Jay, you have charisma.
Charisma, yes.
Charisma points. And
Yeah.
for the rehearsal process, Jay?
The rehearsal process, I found it very long and tiring. We only had like 10 days to actually block and like learn it, because like if we went in, it's like 3 weeks in total. The first like 3 days we were just sat in a room looking at the songs, not really moving about. And then on the first week, on the Thursday, we started on the Monday, we actually went on the stage and started actually rehearsing it. So we didn't have too long to actually block it all. 10 days, and they were still changing things on the last day. And it's like, you're adding in a dance routine on the last day? That's crazy. Yeah. It was a ride.
It was a ride.
Thank you very much, Jay. And Hannah, what was your experience like with the auditions and the rehearsals?
Oh, the auditions. I also didn't know anything about Jesus Christ Superstar. I hadn't heard the soundtrack. I knew it was a musical, but I heard nothing about it. Listened to the songs and I loved them all. And as I was listening to them, I was getting into them more and more. And then I was like, well, now I have to, because these songs are awesome. I auditioned for Mary originally, but I had also heard one of the priest songs, the Jesus Must Die, little evil villain song, and I was really into that one as well. especially Annis's like, what did you do about, big fan of it. And so I was completely happy with whatever I was given. I was like, just put me in the musical. Let me have some type of musical experience. I hadn't done a musical in a very long time. I was really eager to get back into it and do something. So I went in there for auditioning for Mary and then came out of it, went in again to do a second audition, like call for callbacks, and I ended up coming away and getting casted as Annis. Very happy with that. Got to be all evil. Loved working on the character throughout the rehearsal process. Got to meet some lovely cast members. Everyone was lovely. It was such a good time, and the pacing of everything was really good. I liked how it didn't feel like it was dragging, didn't feel like, oh, this is too quick, I like can't keep up with it all. I went in there with everyone telling me it was going to be intense. Thankfully, it was all manageable. Like it was at a really nice level where everything kept moving. We kept getting feedback for stuff. We went over stuff a couple of times till we got it right, but it didn't feel like it was to a point where, this is like getting a bit much now. Can we continue? Like it never got to that point. So it was all really good. Thoroughly enjoyed it, which is why I'm definitely want to do next year.
Okay, that was very lovely. So from what I've heard, that is pretty much, it was like intense but manageable then. Pretty
Yeah.
a thing, really.
Yeah, because I also feel like how the direction was, it was like some parts like could be intense, but then that's also because we didn't have a lot of time to learn it. But as well, I preferred the directing we had with that production than we did with like different things like uni, because it's so like we got a good like feedback. Like if there was something we were doing wrong, it'd be like we were told what we we're doing wrong, but also we were like acknowledged when we were doing the right thing and like given positive feedback. So it's like that's why it
Yes.
was a good like. There was times where people just say like going like, "Oh, I'm upset" or like something or the other, but I'm just like, "This is still the best directing I've experienced." So it's just like even if there's times if you say like,
Yes.
"Oh, I don't agree with that," you're still there like, "Well, this person knows what they're doing and like they're going about it a decent way."
Yeah, the director, I was going to say, one thing I do love was seeing how passionate the director is about the musical. You could tell the director had a lot of passion for it, and that really had like a really positive impact on the cast in general and how the musical went.
Right, so that kind of leads me to one of my other questions.
Brilliant.
What was there any
Look at
differences or
us.
similarities?
Sorry, continue.
Shut the fuck up, Adam.
It's the delay.
Was there any differences or similarities between uni shows and Jesus Christ Superstar? Hannah, you can go first.
Any similarities? I want to say no, mainly because we did a play in uni and this was a musical. Although we did have some singing elements in our play that we did, which is I've forgotten the play we did.
Snakes on the Throne.
Oh, that one. Oh, I thought we were talking about the play that we did at the end of the year.
It's all general in uni. Any of the uni shows
Oh,
you do,
okay.
whether they're musical or not. Just in terms of
Well,
anything
as
like
you like
rehearsal
it.
process.
Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah.
thinking of. I actually like it.
Well, yeah, it's about anything really.
Yes, very different to As You Like It, mainly because it was a musical and it was a full length one rather than 20 minutes. I think that's the main difference. A lot of stuff we've done has been short 20 minutes, but this was a full length production. And it was really nice to do a full length production rather than like 20-minute, kind of a little bit of a showcase, a little bit of like show stuff off, a little bit of different stuff combined together. It was really nice to do a full production. And a lot of the stuff I've ever done in college or uni has been we create it, we come up with it ourselves, we write it, we direct it, which is really fun to do. And I love that element. But I also love getting the opportunity to work on somebody else's work and not have to do it myself and just enjoy a really nice, well-written musical and perform the full thing.
Okay, and Jake, any differences or similarities for you?
I found it better than doing like uni stuff because like this went opened up more opportunities for like the performance space as well. It's just that like at uni you don't really get to go on a theatre stage unless you're at a different uni. Like the ones I went at didn't offer that. Like they did it like places like London Metropolitan, but like the places I went, they didn't offer like the theatre space like that. Um, so to perform to that like amount of people was amazing, and having like all the different like things there, like the light and tech stuff they had was like very much better than what you get at uni. Also, like having the experience of going on for that like that amount of time was like good about like you don't have to worry about doing everything yourself, like going there like we need to tell this person lighting cues, or we have to worry about getting props in or stuff, because we were just actors, we didn't have to think about that, which was great.
Okay, let's see. Now we're really on a roll because that's also led me to another question. Um,
Look at us
Just so
so
go.
Just so good.
perfect synergy. Um, for because I don't know whether or not you two have performed in front, like in an actual theatre space before, in terms of actually to an audience. What was it like performing in front of like in front of an audience on technically an official stage? Because I know for me personally, it was a very big difference because I did Midsummer Stream in my second year of uni, and obviously we performed it at the Hay Festival as well as at Tenbury Wells Theatre, and to me it was like a much different experience. I very much enjoyed the Tenbury Wells experience more because it felt more real. Jay?
Well, for me, I really did love the difference of it being on this stage, because for me, when I set out wanting to do stage work, because like when I first started out at college, I was there going like, oh, I want to do TV and film acting, and then afterwards I was there like, oh, okay, maybe stage and musical stuff as well, um, and then like I watched things like Six, Rocky Horror, and like Heathers at Malvern Theatres, and then to see on them on that stage, I was sat in the audience going there like, oh, like my acting goal would be to perform on that stage, and I've done that this month. So then, like technically, I've already achieved what my acting dream was. So even if I don't do anything else from now, I still did what my original dream was set out to be was, which is great. Because now it means just that like I already have that experience, so that I can use that to build on to do other things, and then also I like as for me myself, I was worried about not being able to handle it because of like being ill with like Crohn's stuff. But then what I found was I was able to do it, and then also it was getting easier on the show week because I was so used to doing it that like I'm there going, okay, I can do that experience and actually manage that and be able to do it as a career because I've had experience doing it just.
Okay, I
Yes.
see that. I definitely understand that. Right, and Hannah?
So I haven't done a production on that scale before. Like I've never joined a young company before. So it was my first time being in a young company doing a musical theatre production, and it was amazing. I think the difference between doing that and what we've done in uni is I think I actually prefer the audience being further away. A lot of stuff I've ever done has been quite close up. The audience has been quite close to you. And even though it's been, maybe you have a room full of like 30, 40 people, but they're really close, I find that more intimidating, because I don't know. I think that having that closeness, it's a lot more intimate. It's a lot more, you know, there's that got to be that connection with people. Whereas when you're on a stage and the audience is further away, you've got that little bit of, you know, it creates a little bit of that distance, a little bit of that, okay, I can, as soon as I step on stage, I'm the character. And then when I'm off, I'm me again. And then I can talk to everyone, and then I can hear what they think about it. And then I can kind of get a general, like, what do people think? Whereas a lot of stuff that's really close up can be quite intimidating because sometimes, like, you can immediately tell people's responses, or you'll have, people talking or walking through your performances mid doing them, and sometimes it can be a bit like, oh yeah, okay, which I find a lot harder to do. So I think that's the main difference. So yeah, again, I think I quite liked the being in a big venue with loads of people, which people might think is more intimidating, but actually I think having that distance is it creates, it's a little bit easier, it's a little bit
There was like a good barrier
yeah
between them as well, because like you couldn't really see the
yeah
audience from the stage because of how many lights there were. So it's like even still, it's like you
yes
didn't have to focus on the audience being there.
yes, I couldn't see them majority of the time. I think that's probably what helped. There was so much haze, I think. And just the lights as well. You can't see people very well. I always try and find a focus point anyway, so I'm not like staring at loads of people. It kind of helps just to have a bit of that wall up, so I'm not like, if I see someone I recognize, I immediately start thinking, oh no, I'm going to smile. I can't. I'm an evil character. So I try and avoid eye contact with people that I know.
I
No,
did the
totally.
opposite. I saw someone I knew in the audience and I tried to let them know that I clocked them. So I was there doing Hosanna with my arm up and I kept like
Yeah.
glancing at the same person and be like, I see you.
Oh no, but honestly, I totally agree with that. I feel like having that distance kind of really helps, and the fact with the actual lighting and you can't really see the audience, it kind of doesn't distract you from, you know, being able to perform and be in the character, if you know what I mean. Because
Yeah.
I've always kind of had that balance of like, if I can really see someone's face, what if I'm talking or acting, I could see them staring at me. I'm like, oh, you're looking at me. I don't like this. And so it's like it's easier to pretty much just go in and out of the character when you can't really see the audience's faces for me as well.
Yes, reality sets in. There's about 1,000 people staring at me. What do I do?
Yeah. Plus, I did also try to get your attention, Hannah, when you did the bows, because you were literally standing right in front of me.
I did not see. See, during the bows is the one time I take time to look at the audience and try and find out where people are. Each time I was like, nope, cannot find anyone that I
Wow.
know. So I
I was
couldn't
literally
see
right,
you.
right.
I'm
I
so
was literally
sorry.
like, I was like probably like the third row in.
Were you at the
Oh, that's
centre?
maybe why. I was looking a bit too far back.
Yes, you were. What was that, Joe?
Were you in the centre?
No, I was technically to your right. So where you would have been standing on stage, depending on when you're standing on stage. No, I would have been to your right side.
I thought you'd been left. I
Because I
thought
know
you'd been
when you.
right of the audience.
So where I was sitting, like obviously, I was like more on the left hand side, literally at the very end of row B or something, or row C. No, row D, I think, or something.
Well, it's quite close to the front then. That's surprising I didn't see you because I was on the
Was
right side like quite a bit for majority of
Yeah, I
stuff.
know. And literally, like a lot
So
of the time,
I'm
you
shocked.
just very much in front of me. I was like, oh, there's Hannah.
Yeah.
You were so close to my friend because I remember seeing her, and then afterwards they did a post on social media, the directors, and then my friend messaged me being like, "Wait, those are the people I sat next to in the audience," and I was like, "You were
Wait,
sat next to the
wait,
directors? I didn't know."
wait. I was by your friend.
Yeah, I think so. If that, like, because she was more like to the left for the audience, but right for the actors, in like very like up front,
Yeah, that's where I was as well. I think that she might have been next to me then.
maybe.
What a small world.
I'll have to find out what exactly the seating was so I can actually tell you, but it won't be now. Anyway,
Maybe next year.
next year. Wow,
Yeah.
Hannah doesn't want to talk to us anymore, Jay.
Oh no.
Anyway,
I was thinking of next year's production, you know? Yeah, because you'll come and
Where
see
Connor's
that
going to
one
be in
or
it.
be a part of it. Yeah, be a part of it.
I will not be a part of it.
Oh.
I am sorry.
He doesn't love us enough.
Until he hears it's Epic the Musical and then he'll
Yeah.
completely change.
See, now Hannah, no. Problem.
Exactly.
No, 'cause this is kind of a thing I actually have been debating with the Malvern. only because one, I don't necessarily enjoy being a part of musical theatre. I'm more of a watcher than a take part, and
Okay.
I just feel like because it's such a young company and there's so many like younger people, I'm gonna stick out like a sore thumb because I can't lie. It can't like it was just one of those like weird thoughts came to my head. As afterwards watching, I was like, none of the guys on that stage had any facial hair.
So
No,
you
they
think
a
you'll
lot of
look
them
too
shaved
old?
beforehand.
I just feel like I would literally just look too old. Because like basically, if I get casted to play a youngish character and the person and a younger person gets casted as a character older than me, that's just gonna not be believable. It's just not going to be
It depends
believable.
what musical it is, you know? Like if they need a grandpa. No, I'm kidding.
Well, Hannah, maybe next time they need a.
Oh my god. That is not going in the podcast.
Oh, it will. It would just be censored.
Oh my god. Well, everyone can they'll just have to guess what it is.
Yeah,
No, I don't need a
if you
comment
blur my
section full of
mouth,
guesses.
if you blur my mouth, then they're probably gonna be able to guess.
Well, if you do, it's not true.
Anyway, next question. Okay.
Wow.
What the kind of I'd say for this kind of question, I'd say it's more based around the entire performance as a whole. Was there anything you would have changed? And I'm going to start with you, Hannah, this time.
Oh, anything I would have changed? Oh my god.
It can be the smallest thing, or it could be a big thing. It doesn't really matter. Or if you just don't have
What, like
anything you would
change
change,
the
that's completely
musical?
fine as well.
Yeah,
No,
I
no.
changed the musical. No, I don't think I'd change anything because it's like the butterfly effect. You change one thing and that could have an impact on something else. And I liked the experience. I enjoyed how it was. I don't think I'd change anything. Maybe the casting. No, I'm kidding. I never would. I actually really liked how everything was. Loved the casting. Loved the role I was doing. Loved all the ensemble bits. Loved the musical. Loved the songs. So I don't think I would change anything. Oh, wait. See, no. I was gonna say like, no. See, yeah, I wouldn't. Sorry, I'm so indecisive.
Jay, was
Well,
there anything you would
first
have
of
changed?
all, I was gonna say I don't
First,
think
he's
me and
got a
Hannah
list.
introduced who
Here
we
we go,
were
here we
in
go,
the
here we
musical.
go. What was that? Sorry, you kind
I
of cut
don't
out.
think me and Hannah introduced who we were in the musical.
I did
That is
partly.
Yeah, but to be fair, as an audience member, I don't remember either of your names, your character
That's
names
because you're
popping
not
up.
a fan. There could be someone out there who's a fan of Jesus Christ Superstar.
Well, guess what, Jay? I didn't know anything about Jesus Christ Superstar until I came to watch. This was my first ever experience of it.
Wow.
Maybe we should explain a brief summary of what the musical's about, and then our
I know
characters.
it's about Hannah. It's about Jesus.
No, not for you. For anyone listening.
Oh yeah, true. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, take it away. Take it away.
It's Judas's perspective of Jesus, and then like going things. So it's like throughout the thing, you don't see Jesus perform any of his miracles because you're not meant to really be able to tell whether or not he is what he says he is, or if he's a fake. And that's why it's like from Judas's point of view, because like from that thing, it's like he's there saying like Jesus is lying. He's like all this, that, the other. Um, and then so that's why you don't see anything. And then the crucifixion is left at the end as like ambiguous of they're like, oh, is it real? Is it not? And that's why you don't see Jesus come back to life. Um, also that's after Judas is dead, so it's not as if he would have known anyway.
Nice recap.
Yeah, I got to
There
play
you have it.
a disciple.
You just spoiled the show.
No. I got to
You've just
play the
mentioned two
disciple,
characters.
and then I got to crucify Jesus.
You did. You
He was,
nailed him.
and you were a guard.
Yeah, the guard.
Yeah.
You're a really cool role. I played also a disciple for the ensemble role, and Annas, the evil priest villains who wanted Jesus dead. and then they got their way, and then you don't see it, but at the end they actually kind of regret it because they realize, obviously it doesn't show the resurrection, but once he gets resurrected and all that type of stuff happens, Easter, Easter. Anyway, yeah, all that magical stuff happens where he gets magical stuff. Where am I going with this? Anyway, the resurrection story, and the priests end up regretting it. Yeah,
Didn't you
so
also
they
play like a
they don't
prostitute?
believe him, and then yeah. But anyway, carry on. That was a really bad explanation.
What did you say, Jay?
Didn't you also play a prostitute, Hannah?
Well, in one scene, yes.
Yes, you did. I know what scene that is
The
now.
temple scene, yes, where
Yeah.
his temple was filled with thieves and
beggars, and
wrong-uns. Yes.
And that's
Pause,
when
Hannah.
they were there
That's
like,
the
this
word
is the
I'm looking
temple
for.
of thieves, and Hannah was there like, I'll be a prostitute.
I wanted to be a dancer.
You're stealing something, I'll tell you that much.
It's suddenly gone to rating 16.
It's no longer for Malvern Youth Theatre.
No. Oh my god.
Even though that'd be Hannah's favourite thing.
Wait.
Hmm?
No longer a youth theatre, so that would be Hannah's favourite thing. Huh. I mean, then it would be for adults, so whoopee.
Goldberg.
Do you hear her voice? How she just unexcited said, adults, whippy.
Wow.
Oh, still persists. Anyway, next question.
Yeah, you still persist.
Next question. Was that something that you hoped would happen but didn't? Jay, we'll start with you.
I hope to get an agent, and I did.
Same.
That's the big one. There's not really anything that I hoped would happen. I hoped that it would be good for my career, and in a way it will be because I have stage experience.
Hannah?
Hold on, what was the question again? I'm a bit lost.
Question was there something that you hoped would happen but didn't?
Oh, right. Yeah, no, Jay was right with the agent thing. No, I'm kidding. To be fair, you do have to pay for them, so I think there's good points about having an agent, and then you can still survive without one at the same time.
You only have to
Is
pay
there
them if
something
they
I
actually find you work, though. So
Well, yeah, because they do take a cut from it, so that's the only downside. Is there something I hoped would happen but didn't? Yeah, no, probably the agent thing, to be fair. I was quite looking forward to that. But no, it's fine. Yeah.
For both of you.
you did get a
No,
director
I
ask
think
you for stuff because she's there going like, "Oh, I'm interested in directing. Like, can I get your social?"
Oh yeah! No, that was fabulous. Like, I think it was the first night. Was it the first night, maybe?
I think
And then
it
afterwards, I
was.
went outside, and then some really kind human came up to me, and they were asking for my Instagram because they're interested in directing, and was just very curious about who I was. I'm assuming for future collaborations and stuff, which I was very thrilled about. I was like, oh, yes, please. I want to be a part of anything and everything. So that was very exciting. That was very unexpected as well. So it was very nice.
Okay then. So all I heard was like pretty much you just hoping for agents.
Oh, well.
Slightly.
No, I was hoping for an experience and a journey of meeting wonderful people and finding a new passion for something. And you know what? I did.
You didn't need to meet wonderful people. You already knew me.
Oh, Jay. Oh. Oh. Well, there's always room for more.
Wow.
Once again,
The more the merrier, as they say, you know.
Hannah continues being a bitch, and we love to see it.
Oh.
Anyway, it's a compliment. Hannah, take it.
It's not jazzy, it's clashy.
Jade, tell me about that one.
Yeah, it was a really was one of my great one-liners.
It was.
Yeah, just next time do it.
To who? That was a bleeped word.
Yes, it was.
Sorry. Yeah.
Poor editor.
Me.
Poor one of you. Poor
thank
future
you.
one of you.
Thank you, editor. Okay, so my next question is: has anything you've learned prior to the show help or hinder the kind of process, rehearsal, audition, and just kind of the performance? Hannah?
Oh, you're gonna go to me first? Oh my
Yeah.
god, I don't know.
If you
Or
want,
you
I
might
can
have-
easily transfer it to Jay first.
You might
so
have to
then we get
transfer it
through.
to Jay first.
Okay, Jay, this question's going to you first.
Okay.
So Hannah can think.
I see. I think having my acting degree helped because otherwise, what was I doing? I just wandered on stage with a broom and was there like, "Hey, let me have a shot."
Let me have a
What is
shot.
this, Hamilton?
Why?
I feel like
No, that's
having-
next year.
if only. But yeah, I feel like having the degree worked. Also, the fact that the past 3 years of my degree, I was the only new person in an entire class of people who already knew each other, helped with confidence and just being able to work with a group of people to make friends and integrate yourself. That's just become something I'm very good at, even though it's not something I enjoy doing, because I'd say I'm an introverted person, but I don't come across introverted because of how much I have to get to know people just because of how my education's gone. But so I'd say like all that's helped out getting the confidence for stage and the charisma and the singing. We did singing lessons with someone who is an amazing
It's someone.
person. Yeah.
Shout that out.
Dion Bennett, go follow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dion.
Because
That's
like
Dion.
she gave me like confidence to sing, because like that's something I struggle with. But she was there saying like, Jay, I really think you should try out for stage stuff, and I was like, okay, bet, let's go. Yeah.
Okay, bet. Yeah.
I regret ever saying this in front of you.
Oh wow, it's passed on, you know. It's crazy how humans connect with one another and learn their habits. It's crazy. Talking about human habits, I think one thing that really helped was our characterization that we did in uni. We have done a lot of work on characterization, and acting was always something I never felt I was very strong in. I always struggled with facial expressions and acting and body language and that type of thing, especially with singing as well, and dance, to be fair. And then I kind of feel like I used a lot of that when creating my character of Annis in Jesus Christ Superstar. I have the iconic hand move, which if you came to see the show, you'd know what I'm talking about. Yes, thank you, Jay. There you go. That's an example. Which was talked about, and I was quite happy about that. I was like, yes. So, yeah, that's all thanks to Gillian, our tutor at I won't name it actually. I feel like I won't name the uni. Our university, yeah.
Well, mine and Jay's old university now.
Oh, so sad.
I should
But that
wear the
definitely
merch
helped
just,
a lot.
just to be like, where is it?
Yeah, I got 2 separate colours.
I was surprised. Like after you just said that, Hannah, I was there going like, wait, I just realized how much dance you got away with not doing on Jesus Christ Superstar.
Yes, that was actually an
so
unexpected thing. So a part of me, when I went into it, was quite wanting to do dance. I was like, yes, finally a musical. I want to do dance. And then I found out I wasn't going to be doing any dance, which initially I was quite sad about because, I wanted dance practice. Haven't done it in a while. A part of me was like, do you know what though? Maybe it's for the better because I haven't danced in years. And I think that would have tired me out quite a bit having to dance that much every single day. My sudden age and lack of stamina would show compared to everyone else who has done quite a bit of dance. So yes, I see you trying to hold in your laughs as I speak about my old age. It's okay, you know? Maybe next year though. I think as I start my second year, I'm hoping to maybe see some dance on that timetable. So, get me back into the swing of things.
I just like how Hannah doesn't have a video, so no one can see and
No.
guess what age she looks like. So we could just put an old looking picture of
Oh.
Hannah on there, and people go, "Oh, what is she like?
You really
40?"
should.
She's like 50.
Yes. No, I'm starting to feel it though already. No, it's not that bad yet.
Yes.
That gives me so much hope. Okay. Yeah, this probably made me feel like Jay's just going to answer this because I don't feel like Hannah would have done this. Was there anything you took from the set? Was there any props or just anything really?
I should have done this.
I was like, yeah, Hannah didn't take nothing.
See, we said she wouldn't do this.
No,
Oh man.
we knew she wouldn't.
I did.
Oh.
I did ask for the one. It was like a dog tag which I wore as a guard. I think it's still in
Oh
one
yeah.
of my bags, but I took the guard tag which I had because there was like times when I was just like really like I have no energy and I was like like I kept sticking like the tag in my eye. So I was just saying like that tag has been through me on stage this whole time, so I'll take that with me. It's been through me
through me.
Wow. That's karma.
But so I took that. I didn't take the glasses because I have shades exactly like that. I did
Oh yeah, no, me neither.
accidentally. I accidentally took my libretto book.
Oh, you did? You still need to hand that back, otherwise you're gonna pay for it.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's a £30 fine, which isn't bad.
Isn't bad. That could go towards our travel funds.
No, because I'm gonna frame this on my wall. Be like, oh, my first.
You're
stage
going
musical.
to frame it. They're thinking we really want our libretto back. Jay, where is it? And it's just hung up on your wall.
It is. It's a trophy.
It's like, oh, I don't know where it's gone. I must have lost it. Sorry.
Yeah, and I've got the flyer which they handed out for advertising. Bang.
Very
Maybe
nice.
hang the flyer instead of the
And
libretto.
then I got the cast book. Where you have.
Oh, look, he's got his in the
Hannah.
background too. Oh, there I am.
Never mind. There's the face reveal. Now you know how old she is.
And me.
Yeah, the face reveal.
What?
A lot of people are probably thinking, she looks 15. And to that I say, well, no, you are wrong.
She's 15.
Well, when I was in Spain one time, they did think I was 15 and said I had to ask my parent for permission so that they could take a photo of me. And I was thinking, no, it's all right.
No, it's okay.
No,
I am not a minor.
No, I am old. It's okay.
You just whip out your birth certificate and be like.
But to be fair, I did not
1950.
say that. I didn't say that because I didn't want the photo anyway. So I just went with it and I proceeded to say, she's far away somewhere.
What, so you
and they were
wanted
like,
your parents to
okay.
look negligent instead.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's
Wow.
most of what I took from the place.
Oh, I would have taken my sunglasses, but I don't think I liked them enough. Like, no offense, costume department, you did absolutely wonderful. Loved the trousers. Everything was great, loved the blazers. They were great. But yeah, the shades just weren't my particular style. So, and I don't believe in stealing the costumes, they spent money on.
I
So,
asked her directly and she said yes.
Yeah, that's fine, obviously, because you asked. So, is it stealing then if you ask, though?
No, but I still took
Well,
it.
I didn't say necessarily stealing. I said, is there any props you took?
Oh, okay, good point, good point. Good point. Sorry, I was just thinking of theft.
Oh, mate, Jay looked like a fucking criminal.
Well,
I'm
what
He
can
making
I
you look
steals
say?
bad.
everything.
I played an evil character for a reason.
I said it
Yeah,
all
sure.
along.
It's your true self.
Oh, yes, that's why I found it quite easy and enjoyable to play. No, I'm kidding. You know, I do quite like the evil characters.
See, I'm
Characters probably
glad
like the
I
best
got to be
character to
a
play.
kind of a villain with you. I got to try and kill
Yeah.
Jesus, and I'm like, well, see, we're both on the same team.
Whoop whoop.
Okay, so I got one last question. So what's next for both of you now after Jesus Christ Superstars ended?
That is a good question.
Yes, and that's why Hannah, you're answering first.
Okay. So, what is next? Next is my second year of uni. I'm excited for it. I want to start now. I think waiting to the end of September is quite a long wait, to be fair. I've had my summer, it was lovely, but now it's the 1st of September. It's feeling autumnal, and I'm ready for my next year. I'm ready to start a new project. I'm like I said before, I'm already looking for like other groups, other different theaters, anything that would just do musicals. I'm obsessed currently. I'd like to get back in and do more. Oh, and maybe my plans are to continue writing a musical. I heard there are other people in the cast who are also writing musicals, and I think that's so cool. And I'm also venturing on my own little journey of writing a musical. Originally, it was a short 10-minute play, which you both know about, but I'm determined to wanting to turn it into a full-length musical. It's going to take a long, long time because I'm a very indecisive human being, and it would be really great to have some people to brainstorm with because I'm struggling. But yeah, so that's also in my plans.
Nice.
Very nice. Jay.
I've got my graduation next
Ah,
week.
Whoop whoop.
No, not
Why
next
is it
week.
next week?
Is it
I mean,
next?
like,
No,
yay for graduating, but like, for
week
Is it
after
wait,
next.
leaving.
about to say,
Um,
yeah, it's the week
I
after.
don't remember how many days are in a week. I'm an actor.
Wow.
And tell.
I need to find work so I can do like driving and singing lessons. Because I want to try and like better myself with that. Because like I didn't really do singing until my final uni year. So I want to try and better that. And then also from there, try and like sign up for Spotlight, do more auditions,
Oh,
and see
that's a
what
good idea.
happens. And
How
do
do you
my
sign up for
internet.
Spotlight? A little side question, but how
Spotlight,
do you
you can
sign up?
you can download it as an app on your phone, and then you just have to make an account. But it's a £30 subscription each month, I believe.
30.
I think
Oh,
20. I
Yeah,
think
it's
it's
expensive.
30 for like 30 or 40 for backstage, and then 20 for Spotlight. And that's the
really?
annoying thing because you
Oh,
kind of need
Oh,
both
okay.
in a way.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's how you apply for auditions, isn't it?
Yeah, because you
yeah.
can
You
see
just put your
backstage
resume and stuff in there.
auditions for free, but to apply for them, you have to actually have an account.
Wow. Well,
Yeah, because a lot of places use the actual Spotlight to get everything about you, like your show reel and headshots and stuff like that.
okay, okay. But I want to also spin this question on you, Connor. What's your plans for
Oh,
now, I guess?
well, obviously, my graduation is also in like 2 weeks as well, which is
No way.
exciting. No way, it's like we went to the
No
same
way,
uni.
man. That's so cool.
And that's a Hannah cringe moment right there. Wow. Okay. Then I guess what's next for me is obviously get a job, be able to start my driving lessons, probably also maybe singing lessons, who knows?
Do
Um,
it.
and then I'm gonna obviously join Spotlight and try get some acting roles and maybe try and join a company once I have enough money.
Yeah.
Manifest.
I
I've
shall
manifested.
manifest
I've been
for you.
manifesting for weeks for a job. It's not working.
Get some
Wow.
incense in there.
I believe
Get
in you.
tarot card going.
Incense. Yes. Yes.
I will message Asher. Bless me with a job, please.
Bless me with a job. Indeed can do that.
They can.
Fucking no, it
We
can't,
want us to
Hannah.
sponsor.
Hannah, Indeed doesn't do shit. No, I don't care. Indeed is shit. It does nothing. I'm calling out Indeed.
Well, I actually
Wow.
found success with them.
We're getting no sponsors from them now, are we? No,
Fuck Indeed, anyway. Hate them.
Indeed can supply you with a job.
There you go. There's Hannah's next role.
Yeah, she's getting her voice acting credits out there.
I am.
Wow. Well, thank you for answering the questions.
I have some questions.
Was that it?
If Connor didn't have any.
Oh, okay.
Brilliant.
So what is your best and worst moment?
Oh, okay. I've got to think about this one. I think the best moment is trickier because there were a lot of moments which I loved, and it was really simple things such as like having lunch with everyone. I know that sounds like so like sad, but it's true. I think just sitting around people and talking and just spontaneously bursting into song is one of my favorite things. I went there being like, I can't wait to just sing with everyone and hear everyone sing. And I had that on a daily basis. So I loved it. That's, yeah, my best moments was just getting to sing with everyone. Worst moments, I think, was everybody has those days sometimes where you don't always feel the best. And sometimes your self-esteem is feeling a little low, or just in general, you know, you physically or mentally are just not feeling great. And that can always bring you down no matter what you're doing. And so, yeah, I had days like that. And I expected I was going to have days like that because I knew it was a constant every day. You know, we're going to be there. We're going to be doing this thing. I'm probably going to have a crash day at some point. So that's fine. And I did. I had my moment. It was like the beginning of the second week of rehearsals, and then I think I had another like on the second day of performing. I think that was also because I knew that was the first day my family were coming to see, so I had that extra pressure of like I don't want anything to go wrong. So I was feeling a little low then, but again, the cast being wonderful human beings, were all just really lovely, really supportive, really encouraging. This is where I also want to mention Hope, because she's a wonderful human being who constantly was like boosting me up in the dressing room. And so it was just really lovely to have an amazing cast who were, you know, so supportive of everything. Yeah, there she is. She played Pilot in Jesus Christ Superstar. And I think also knowing when I going through that experience, I was not the only one to have off days. I think everyone at some point had an off day where
we can all
you know what?
It's like that victorious meme. We can all sing.
We can all sing all together. Yes, we all have our days where we're not always doing the best, or things just really get to us. And it was kind of nice to know, you know, you're not alone in these things. That it sounds really cliche, but it's so true that we all have our off days. We all have days where, you know, you kind of in that moment you don't see an end to it, and you think, oh, is it going to be like this every day? But it's not true. You do have a better day. A better day does come. A little bit of therapy talk there for everyone, but a better day will come for you. So yeah, the down days happened, but majority were fabulous and lovely.
Yeah. On a note of where you said about the best day, where you said about like the lunchtime stuff, I want to say to you, do you
Yes.
remember when that person just randomly went on that walkway in the sky and started like playing guitar, singing, and we didn't know what was going on?
Yes. Yes, we had a spontaneous like busking or something. I'm not sure what you call it.
Yeah, like busking, but also just like for what? Like
Little performance.
I thought it was going to be like recorded, like because there was people recording, and then I'm just like, oh, is it for like
Oh wow.
a thing? And then they stopped recording
Probably
halfway through.
was. Maybe they only wanted like a clip of it. I think it was definitely for some sort of other production that was going on there. Thought it was really cool. I think we should have done that, some sort of flash mob out somewhere, but we didn't. We talked about it quite a bit though.
It was a missed opportunity.
It was.
Yeah, I'd say for me, my best part was the people like involved because like I made quite a few friends, like Hope
Yes.
and like Megan and like Scarlett and stuff. And
Yes. The
so it's just
networking's great.
yeah, they're all just great people. And then also just being on this stage, like that stage is one where I was just like that was my end goal. So I'm just like the fact that the other stage was closed down, and then so we were on this stage. I was there like that's great news. Because I was there like if it's the other stage, I don't know if I would have had the same feeling. Um,
Yeah.
so I'm just like I'm glad that we got that space. And then for like my
Grateful
worst
for the
part,
space.
I would say like the worst part was just like some interactions because like there was times where like that when people talk backstage and you're just like there's actually a microphone right next to you and you're talking next to it,
Yes, yes.
like that sort of thing. Like there's like some of it happened in the like actual live shows. I'm just like if that microphone's picked up, that's terrible. Um, and then there's also like times where I was taking Jesus off stage, and then like we then had to be on the opposite side of the stage to enter in like a couple bars of a song. And so it's like we had to literally run through the corridor backstage to try and get there. And as we're running, I've got people behind me. So like in front of me, there's like three people. And then there's people behind me
Mhm.
being there like, oh, hurry up, we need to change. It's like you're trying to push past me, but it's like if you like push me out of the way and then get to your dressing room to get changed, that's all you have to get changed. So like if you don't get there, you're just like delayed a couple seconds getting your top. If I don't get there, I've missed my cue to enter stage.
Yes, I get what you mean. It's the rush. Was it by any chance right before the temple scene? I always remember
This was
I'd
Act
got
Two.
changed. Oh, Act Two, because I knew there was always a mad dash before the temple scene. I'd always be stood there holding the door out, ready for this mad run of everyone ready, like rushing to get changed for their costumes.
Yeah.
It's the wonderful life of backstage theatre that no one sees. It's probably one of the most tiring parts. It's not the performing; it's the mad dashes backstage that everyone tries to do to get to their place and get changed on time.
Yeah. And it's like normally like because I'm quite considerate about other people. So I'm like if I'm there like I don't have to be on like right this second. I just like stand aside. But then there's like other times it's like with the temple scene, like you said, it's just there like I had to be on the front of the stage, and then as I was doing that like rolling up for the prices down stuff, um, that would be when people were putting on tables behind. And that's why, like, when
Yeah.
trying to get on stage, it's there like people there like, oh, like you need to get on stage like fast so I can get the table there. But it's like if you're pushing the table in front of me, then like I'm missing my key to be on stage, and you're putting a table on there where you're not covered by me standing in front of you. And that's why I'm just like, there's times I'm just like, people don't realize that you also have to be on stage at the same time.
Yeah, they always just think about like what they need to do, like before anything else and anyone else, and it's
Yeah.
like,
And that
but you
bit
need to
is
be
well,
there.
that was like my worst part of it. But I'm just like sometimes you don't like realize about what other people have to do, and like because you're not actively doing what that person's doing. So then it's like clear. It's like they probably didn't necessarily know that I had to be on right away after that. So it's like it's fair like that they didn't know that, but then also it's like complaints about your pace of moving backstage is annoying when you're stuck behind three other people and you can't get past them.
I think I'd say at the same time though, it's also other. Even though if it's not like their job to be on stage at that point, they need to know who needs to be on stage. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So they don't block them or they don't get blocked by other people.
Yeah.
I just feel, personally, that's just like that's me, but I could be
Yeah,
without that.
a learning experience. I think this is probably why it's great that as this is like a professional company that's designed for training. So a lot of it is all about experience and people learning, okay, this is what it's like working with a company. And then being like, oh, okay, remembering this for next time.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite song in the show?
I want to hear Connor's first.
I mm, I think for me personally, it has to be obviously I don't actually like know the song titles,
Yeah.
but I'd definitely say it was um it was the song with Judas and the Priests for me.
The
Uh,
What,
yeah,
Blood
that
and
one for me.
Many, or is it When He's Dying?
The Blood Money. I think that was it.
it's
When
where
he's
he's
when they have to
he's
do the run.
running. Where he does the
Hold on.
running at the beginning, the da 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 da
Yeah,
da da da
yeah.
dun dun. Yes, so that's also one of my favorites. So it's hard because I think Trials and Tribulations has always been a favorite of mine. And I am a bit biased, but this Jesus Must Die. I've always really liked that one. I do love Anis's part in that one. But after doing the show, as much as every night my arm would just be hung there holding that bag and I'd be like, please grab the bag, my arm, please. But and I really like the song. And I really like just hearing the orchestra just da 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 dun dun. I really liked that bit, and every time I heard it come on each night, I was like, "Oh yeah!" I was like jamming a little bit, and then I was like, "Oh, okay, now in character, walk on." But yeah, so that was also one of my favorite songs. So it's really hard to say an absolute favorite, but it's got to be one of those three.
I'd say Jesus Must Die is my favorite. Because, like,
Yes.
after like the whole show, like I didn't listen to the music. Like, most people probably listen to the soundtrack before being in the show. I didn't. So the first version I heard of all the music was us performing it. And
That's
then listening
incredible.
to it on
Wow.
Spotify, I was very let down because, like, for our production, all of the priests, we had an all-female priest cast, and
We
I just
did.
preferred those vocals to the male vocals in the actual show. I
Yes.
was just so like, oh, because like now when I hear on Spotify, I'm doing the vocals we had in the show, being there like remembering how that went, and I'm just sad I'm not gonna get to hear it again. Like every time, I'm just like, oh,
Yeah,
Wow.
see, for me, I actually haven't even listened to Jesus Christ Superstar like soundtrack either, like before or even after that show. So like, I don't actually know the differences between your guys' version and the technically the official version.
on this soundtrack, the
Yeah.
priest, it's like a really low pitched male voice,
Yeah,
like
so
I
Caiaphas is
did
a
the
bass
thing.
singer. Yeah, Caiaphas is a bass singer normally in the original versions. So a lot of it had to be pitched up differently,
Yeah.
which was fun to navigate and do because it was like, oh, how do I want to do this? So it was really, really fun. But yeah, it's different to the original. Well, Jay, maybe if you're lucky enough, you'll get a little Jesus Christ Superstar young Malvern Company version someday, maybe.
Hopefully on Spotify, like if it's being recorded. But also in that regard, I also liked the trial by pilot. With Hope
Yes.
doing the thing. I just loved Hope's voice the whole time because, like, especially when it's like my favorite line probably from the whole thing was just like, "He's a sad little man," and it's so like every time I heard that part, I just got happy inside.
There's a lot of Hope's lines that I love, mainly because she's amazing in general, amazing vocalist, and I really like some of her songs. They're incredible, and yeah, her singing
Yeah,
gem was incredible anyway.
Yeah.
like as an audience member, like her vocals were like very powerful, and like
Yes.
just the words themselves felt like it wasn't just striking, not just the
See, I think that was the thing of like she did have the very good thing of like she could have sung the whole thing, but she didn't. She chose to act some of it out as well because like we're told like this isn't just singing, it's also acting. So to act through it and have good vocals at the same time, I'm just like that was amazing to like witness and like just be hearing on stage, because that's why like when I was doing scenes, I was just there like I was so like thing of like I don't want to mess up, not just because of me, but also I'm just there like look at how much everyone's putting in. Like I need to do it for them. Like I want to be my best for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, a lot of her stuff she had to pitch up as well because hers again, it's originally a very like male cast, so a lot of the stuff she had to pitch up as well, and it's so high. Like a lot of the harmony stuff, even for the ensemble, is so high. Like that the soprano harmony is so high. And doing that every single day was very tiring because it's a rock musical as well. Yeah, a lot of the stuff was very vocally tiring, and I remember everyone backstage was just like coming up with like what's the best throat soothers, and had steamers and vocal suites galore, because it was a very vocally tiring musical. So I hope everyone's vocally recovered.
I mean, we did have the
Plus,
sour sweets for energy.
yes, oh, they got me through.
I started that trend. I'm like, damn, I should
You
have snacks
did.
in the company. Like, because I had it spread some around, and then people got their own bags, and then it's like I made an investment come back because then I was offered some more. I was like, how amazing am I? I'm just a trendsetter.
A true businessman.
Look what you've started.
I know. I was gonna say, do we plan to do next year's show? And what do
Yes,
we think it might be?
1000%. Oh, okay. So I've heard um originally people were guessing that it might be Greece. I've heard quite a bit that it might be Greece. I've heard mixed opinions on Greece though because of the plot being about a girl who changes for the guy in the end. So I've heard mixed opinions about it. However, the songs are really nice.
Yeah.
However, now a lot of people are thinking it's going to be a musical called Carrie the Musical, which I haven't heard of, nor have I listened to the songs. But apparently, it is a musical based on the Stephen King horror book. So I don't know what that's going to be like.
Yeah.
I've heard of Carrie, but I've never listened to any of the soundtrack. So it would be interesting to kind of
Yeah.
do
See,
that
I think
because
a
from what I
horror
know,
vibe would be cool.
what
For like a musical, a horror vibe would be cool. But then it's like I just don't know what it would be like because I don't know anything about Carrie.
No, me neither. That's the
I
thing.
think from obviously it's Stephen King. We know what his books are likely stories. Would that really be suitable for a young cast? That's the only
See,
thing I can see.
yeah,
Obviously,
I
I know
think
Jesus
it
Christ Superstar has
depends.
stuff in it.
Yeah, it depends what they're thinking of doing. It depends what the musical was like, because I imagine musicals, they're weird and wonderful, and something that might be a horror turns out to be like a comedy, when it's in a musical format. So
Yeah.
I'm not sure. But I think what musical I'd quite like to do, which I know a lot of people don't like, I'd quite like to do Into the Woods, but a lot of people reckon it's a bit too much to try and do in 2 weeks. But there's a lot of different role opportunities, and
I've never
I
watched it.
quite like I quite like the singing over the top of each other. Jay, you've never. My
You ever
God.
heard like the intro song to that?
Yes.
So, like even to me, like I did like it, but I don't know. I think over time, for an entire musical, that would get annoying.
Yeah.
For me
Yeah.
personally, that's not even just like
Yeah. I know there's mixed opinions about it. So I was like, okay, yeah, it would be a bit tricky to do in 2 weeks. Alternatively, I quite like to do Hades Town, because I love Hades Town, but I think casting would be interesting. Um, I'd
Joe.
actually quite like to do Orpheus, actually, but I know that wouldn't happen. But I'd love to just do my little la 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 la. Big fan. So
See, I know they
Like
said
you,
about
Joe.
potentially like a Buffy the Vampire Slayer was an option,
really.
apparently. But again, I
So
don't
Buffy
know
the
much about
Vampire
that
Slayer
either.
musical?
Huh?
There's a Buffy the Vampire Slayer musical.
Apparently,
There is.
Since when?
That's what I thought.
I don't know, but like, yeah,
No,
it's just very
I,
crazy, and like I don't know
I
anything
want
about that
to.
either.
I want to put one musical out there.
Yeah.
Epic.
Mate, no,
That's what I thought.
no,
SpongeBob.
no. Fuck
No.
off.
Shrek.
No, what? No, no. I was actually going to joke about this, but actually being serious now. Making Good.
That is a good one, but that's only a cast of 4.
Yes.
I know, but I just feel like that could just be something more. So, I don't know if it was for you two as well, but I felt it was very more intimate, such a very small cast. And obviously, I know that they have to make the money, so they have to have more, obviously, cast be involved. But I don't know, I just feel like there it is. Love that show. But I don't know. I feel like it's something they could do just for like one time, like a limited, very like limited. You know what I mean? Because it makes it more competitive as well.
I wish it was on Spotify.
I
Oh,
know.
fuck
I
yes.
keep thinking about that. Honestly, I think it's become one of my favorite musicals. Like, I loved everything about it. And the fact that it's yes, the fact that it's based on a true story as
Yeah.
well. I think it's so much more like touching, and that you can connect with it so much better, because you're like, oh my god, like this really happened to people. And yeah, the way they did it, and the writing and the actors were just incredible. Definitely want it on Spotify. I think the downside is trying to do that with a bigger cast. I think. I don't know how it would work, especially considering how many people we've had this year.
It'd be good on stage, but not for the like production company that they have that we did. So it's like it would be
Yeah.
great by itself. Like
Yeah.
it should have its own thing, but like it's not. It wouldn't be suitable for the production for us to do.
Hmm.
Because like for me, I'm there thinking if I were to pick one for next year, I'm just thinking
Yeah.
of musicals that I know and like ones that I like. But then also like there's some that I'm thinking I'm just like that couldn't happen. Like I'm like Heathers is one of my favorite musicals, but I'm there like that's not gonna work.
Yeah, I was going to say this, but because it's the young theatre
Mm.
company, it just you could not do it.
Yeah. I want that. See, it's still my dream to be in Heathers at some point, and now I've said it on video.
Yeah,
It's
so.
out in the universe. It could happen. Um,
But
but
it's
like
not this video too.
that's the
It's
biggest
not
dream.
impossible.
See,
Actually,
that's my
I
hope.
don't think it's impossible for them to do it. They can up the age range, because they've talked about that before. They said if they picked a musical
like
that
Rocky
wasn't
Horror.
suitable for younger people, yeah, they'd pitch the age, they'd make the age limit, like they'd raise it. So it's not impossible. I think Mean Girls is also a possibility.
See, I haven't seen that film or musical.
Yeah, but you have said you haven't seen the film.
Yeah, I was gonna. I want to watch. Like now, it's been so long, and it's meant to be an iconic film that I want to make it a special watch my first time. Movie night.
I remember seeing that in cinema. I was like, yeah, I don't know. It's all right. I think I really like the Broadway songs though, and I'm still biased over the Broadway song versions.
Chicago would be cool, but again, you got the same thing with Heathers.
I feel like one that could work,
Hamilton.
but I won't do.
Hamilton would be a good one.
No, not. I was going to say
Never get the rights.
Honestly,
Oh.
I was going to say you might not get the rights for that because of how big it is.
No, yeah. It's the
For
same
which
with
one?
Wicked or Les Mis.
Yeah.
I'd love to do Les Mis, but I just don't think they'd get the rights to be able to do it. But you never know. I've seen other places do Les Mis.
Mamma
But
Mia.
again, they've... Oh, yeah, Mamma Mia. I don't
Mamma
think you'd
Mia
ever
would
pick it,
work.
though. Mamma Mia would work,
think
but I
it would
don't
work.
think they'd ever get picked.
These surfers.
Well, I feel like, if they haven't got any other options, I feel like they would have to pick it.
I think they're
Unless
going
they
to
do
pick
what you said with, like,
Grease.
age range.
They'd do Grease, I think, if they couldn't think of anything else.
See, I'd say Hairspray, but then I don't know.
I don't...
Well, no, because then they would have to get, obviously, they'd have to get like a lot of other black people involved in it because it's very ingenuous and
Yeah.
offensive just to have
'Cause
white
we
people
did
play.
a version of it at my college because they said that's the set one we have to do, and it's just they're like,
Mm.
the fact that we didn't have any other people of colour in the course, I was just like, this feels like we've just whitewashed Hairspray.
Yeah, and that's
Oh,
obviously not what you want, especially as a professional company. You don't want to whitewash something.
no. Yeah, I don't think they'll do Hairspray. There's not enough diversity in the cast to do Hairspray.
Yeah.
Oh, what's it called? No, but to be fair, I'll say what Jay said. Like, if they did Heathers, I'd actually probably audition for it. I can't lie.
Would you if we did Heathers?
Probably, yeah. I'd feel like I'd
You
either
hear
get
it here, folks.
I'd definitely get Pet or Ram. I just
If
know I
we
would.
did, we should have to audition
got to try and do
together so they could
Heathers
see our
now.
chemistry together.
Yes.
Because like individually they
Imagine.
might be there like, oh, I don't know if they get on like with the other person. To audition together and we show them that we have the chemistry, then yeah.
Yes.
That means to like redo the choreo.
See, I feel like
Yes, I'd
I
quite
could
like
do
to be a Heather.
Yeah, I feel like Heather McNamara suits you so much, but I feel
Yeah.
like you could do Heather Chandler. Heather Chandler, yeah.
I quite like both, so I would just be like,
for
give me
Heather
whatever.
Duke.
What for Hannah?
Oh.
Yeah, I feel like Hannah could do that.
Well, like she's like, no, Heather, you shut up.
Oh yeah, I do
that
like the
Veronica.
song in the UK version.
That's
That
what I
is
mean.
my favourite part, just the quick change. That's the best thing ever.
That would be
I
sick.
love
That would be
it.
so cool to see.
Love it.
I cannot lie.
Talking about quick changes, another character that does a quick change, Elsa. Let's do Frozen. I'd love to do Frozen.
No.
Let it go. I mean, I'd be the reindeer, you know?
Play Jake, play good Olaf.
Oh, yes! Little Olaf! You know what? I have heard there's a company that is doing Frozen, and I've already emailed them asking, like, what's the age limit for this? Because it's in the court, it's going to be in the courtyard next year, and I'd really love to do it. I'm so desperate to do a Disney musical that I'm like, please tell me what the age range for this was going to be. I'm going to assume that it's probably going to be 18 and under, but I can still dream.
A lot of the time for the courtyard is 18 and under.
Sad.
Have you seen they've got the Disney Princess concert on Disney Plus now?
Yes, and I've watched it, and it's fabulous.
I was gonna say, as soon as I saw it, I was like, I want to tell Hannah that exists.
It's in the vocals. Yes.
Connor, I was gonna ask, what was your thoughts on the show as an audience member? What did you have anything of like, how did that happen, or like what?
I thought it was absolutely shit. Now I'm joking.
The truth is coming out now.
It'd just be better if Jane Hannah weren't in it personally.
Oh yeah. Fair.
No, I'm joking. No, genuinely, as an audience member, I very much enjoyed it. Kind of like every scene, I was like invested in it. Songs, I was like silently jabbing to because I can't be loud and obnoxious. But no, genuinely, I enjoyed the entire production, and I enjoyed how all the different props and sets were used, and I feel like everyone performed brilliantly, to be honest. And obviously, I know that it was like the last show, and obviously there were shows beforehand, so people weren't very like vocally fully there. But I think even then, like, it didn't hinder the performance at all, and the only slight times I noticed it was easily played off, and genuinely just a very enjoyable experience. I'd recommend Malvern Theatres. Go check the link in the description.
Yes. Unfortunately, no one can watch it now because it's over, but it was incredible.
You can go watch next year's one.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, Hannah said she's already going to be in it next year.
Exactly. I don't even know what it is, and I'm already invested.
Exactly. It could be about something terrible, but Hannah's going to be involved.
Yep.
No bother music.
I was
Oh
gonna
my
say
god.
as well, what did everyone think of the props? Like, Hannah, what sort of props did you have to deal with on stage?
Where you see, I had to hold a bag. What's this? What's this, Connor? Bag. Yes. Bag of money, and I had to hold it out for a very long time. That's the only prop I actually interacted with the whole time, I think. And I was very glad because I was like, oh, the responsibility of props, too much for me. But no, I just had to have the bag in Act 1, and I quite liked it. Bribing, yes, it was fun. Oh! Don't mind me, just dropping my phone, smashing things up. It's fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, there was just the bag, and each night, I swear, it was like he was just dragging it out a little bit longer each time. It was hilarious. It was a little bit that we were doing. And I was
Making
like,
Hannah
please grab the bag, please. But luckily, my arm is still alive. It didn't drop off. It's still here, it's still thriving. I think I might have gained some strength in it, you know? Might have had more muscle in my one arm now than the other. I'm a bit off balanced. Need to balance it back out.
Hold a bag with the other hand.
Yeah.
Like for me, I had quite a few props to try and
You did.
move around. At the start, I had to have the posters of Jesus's face to hand out. To be there, like put that places. There was one day I missed the mark. Like there was like because normally I have to get back to. So I head on stage at the start. I head stage left. And then I always have to try and make my way back to stage right to duck when the priests enter. There's one night I was in the middle of the stage, and that's when the priests started entering. I was like, "Wait, what? This overture feels like it's being shortened because like I'm not where I'm meant to be." And so I did like a
Oh
little
no.
knee dive and slid across the stage.
You slid across the stage.
Use the knee slide again.
So I did that, and then afterwards, my costume trousers were ruined for the rest of the show week because it was ruined from the knee slide. But I was just like, because I have to keep trying to get to Hope to hand her a poster for Judas to take away, and that's why I was just there like, wait, I haven't gotten to that side of the stage yet. So I had to try and get there fast because I was like, wait, what? She doesn't have a flyer. So that was my first prop, and then during that scene as well
That
is when
reminds me.
Jesus enters. I have to take his hood because like he walked in with a hoodie on. He'd have to take that off, and then I'd have to take it, then go off stage, chuck Jesus's hoodie down, my hoodie off goes down, and back on and start handing out flyers again. And then from there, it's Hosanna is when I'm on again after that, where I bring on another flyer and it's like holding it up. And then that's mainly it for Act 1 for props I do. There's like that arm wrestling table, which I had on the centre of the stage, doing arm wrestling, which I lost every time, which was acted. I could have totally won those.
Definitely.
You do so many.
Yeah, that was the Act 1, like yeah, the table that gets kicked by Jesus. Which one night, like I think this is either in rehearsal or like on one of the actual training. No, I think it's rehearsal. It like was this close from hitting someone in the face, and it's like a wooden prop, like a wooden table,
How dare you?
and it's just like that
Wow.
person nearly got hit, and I was just like whoop. Yeah, and
Jesting people never.
that's it for Act
Yeah.
1. Jesus is in a
That's
prop,
Act
so I
1.
can't be there. Yeah, so I can't say I lifted Jesus as a prop. Act 2, I had my baton the whole time.
You were prop man.
I was. And then rope, which was hung up on the corner, which I then had to try and bring on during the trial to hold Jesus up, which I kept getting rope burns on my hand because of like the pulling. And then after that, I had to bring on the crown of thorns,
Yes,
which I
yes, you
then
did.
passed to Caiaphas, who passed it to Annas.
Yeah. And then I had to put it on his head and be all evil.
Yeah. And then after that, it was a mallet, which was under the stage, which I had to run on, try and time. Like I'd always wait for someone to come on the opposite side of the stage. It was either going to be like one of the priests or the other guard. And that's when I'd go on at my time, which was difficult because I was wearing shades and also didn't have my glasses on. So it's like not only did I have blurred vision, but then darkened vision, which is difficult to try
Oh
and move
no.
around. And then
Yeah.
so I'd have to like try and be there like, is that someone? I think so. Head on stage, like jump down,
Oh.
grab the mallet from under stage, jump back up, walk around to the cross, nail Jesus in, and then head back down.
Wow. See, that's why I didn't have my sunglasses on. I kept them as an accessory majority of the time, just in my little top. But I didn't wear them because I couldn't see a thing. But you mentioned flyers. Yes, I did also have my fair share of interacting with the posters. It was actually a bit of a surprise. The whole entire rehearsals, we've always had the poster. During the overture, we've always had it on the floor, and I'm supposed to pick it up, give it to Caiaphas, and be like, "Look at this," right? But the first opening night, and no one told us that they had moved where it was gonna be, and so our honest, genuine reactions is we both look at each other, going, "Where is this poster that we're supposed to pick up?" And we can't find it. And thank God, like the crew member is apparently like pointing backstage, like, it's behind. And I was like, where is it? And then thank God, Chloe, who's playing Caiaphas, saw it behind the poster, and she was like, "Oh, it's behind there," and pointed behind the poster. And I was like, "Oh, hallelujah!" And then we grabbed it, and then I was like, "Hallelujah!" And I just pulled it off the thing. Otherwise, I was prepared to pull that portrait off the frames of the set. I was like, "I'm gonna have no choice. I'm gonna have to do it. I've got to give her something." Yes, I was like, I've got no choice. I'm gonna have to give her something. I'm gonna pull it off its hinges, because I was like, there's no poster there. No, it was behind the stapled in version, because otherwise I would have just yanked that off and been like, here you go, because I can't give you nothing. This is the actual people are watching us. And then our feedback from that night was like, "Now I was good acting, you two, but I was really on the edge of my seat. Like, maybe don't wait so long." And I was like, "Well, you see, it wasn't acting. It was genuine."
I remember that feedback, and you were just so like, ah.
Yeah, I was like, "Well, you see."
Oh my god.
It was a lot, and there's like a lot that could go wrong in the show, and it's like, so when things were going wrong, it's like good that people just managed to just get past it and like didn't let it
Yeah,
slide.
just proves how professional and amazing we were.
We are, yeah.
Yeah, true.
We
I don't know
are,
if there
yes.
was mistakes, if there was any mistakes I came to watch, but if there was, I didn't notice one.
I made a huge mistake when you came to watch, actually, and I was so annoyed at myself. I came in on one of my lines a beat later than I was supposed to, and so the orchestra start. That's the thing about having a live orchestra. It's a fabulous experience and sounds amazing, but I'm not used to it. So I was kind of like there, like, okay, my line's coming up. Judas is singing. I'm ready to say my line. And this was in the blood money scene, and it was like my first line, and I was like, okay, I'm ready. And then there's always this little pause before the music changes, and then I was anticipating it a little too late. I was like, oh, I've got time. And they came in, and then I was like, oh no. And so I proceeded to go, protesting the. Yeah, but everyone else was like, oh, it wasn't really noticeable. Like, it just sounded like maybe the orchestra was out of time. I was like, no, I knew. And it was like, what's going on? But I saved it.
See, I didn't even notice that even with all the orchestra. So I think that just proves actually how good both you and the orchestra actually managed just to kind of pull it off, because I didn't notice that at all.
I noticed it off stage, and I was thinking stuff. I was like, "Oh no, I know Hannah's gonna beat herself up over this." I was like, "But it's not that noticeable."
No,
I
it
really
actually
did.
wasn't.
Because I was thinking stuff. I was like, "Oh, Hannah's gonna be there." Like, "Oh, Connor's in the audience. And I did this line." I was like,
Exactly. I was.
No, it was literally not noticeable at all. I just thought that's how it went.
Hallelujah. No, it does not.
No, but I think that is also just the thing about for musical theatre or just anything, like you perform something offbeat, you immediately go into like, for fuck's sake, that was shit. I hate everything, because you know that it technically was wrong.
Yeah.
But even when people don't really notice it, you're still like, but I know it wasn't that.
Yes. You kind of go, oh, but I've done it better all these other nights. The last one.
Yeah.
And I think especially when you know people are coming to see you, you're like, oh, god damn it, like I could have done that better. So you're thinking, yeah, but it was the last show, you know. If I managed to get all the others all right, you know, well, at
I
least
expect better
majority of
next
them
year.
were.
I expect better next time, Hannah.
So I know. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Oh, what? That really knocked down my marking for this entire show now.
Oh no, I knew it. I knew it.
She came clean,
Got
and
on
this is what she
that.
gets.
Yes, I did. I did. I was like, I'm not going to mention it. I'm going to pretend it was okay. Um,
And it
but
was.
no. Well, ugh. At first I
Yes,
was
it
like
was.
heavily annoyed with myself because I was like, God damn it, I could have done that better. And everyone in my dressing room was like, it's fine, stop being hard on yourself. But yes. But then I think after Act Two, it was like, okay, just, move on, carry on. It happens. Professionals have their moments where they mess up too. You're human. Carry on. It's very difficult. But AO, it's a part of live performances.
That's true.
Oh, I think bringing up my kind of marking for this, or my ranking of it. Sorry. I would say, for me, it was a 8 out of 10. Jesus Christ.
Ooh,
And the way how I rank things is that
yes.
is like 8 is like great, 7 is good, 5 is mid, 4 is meh, and obviously etc etc. But no, I'd very much rate a very high 8 out of 10.
Ooh. What would have made it a 10?
Ooh, okay. I've been thinking about this. The one scene that
Yeah.
fucking confused me
Yes.
and kind of just took me out the entire show was with, I think the character's name's King Herod.
Oh, King Harry, that's my favourite scene!
That took me out of it, I can't lie. And this has nothing to do with like any of the performers on stage at the time, like they did brilliantly. But like because of the massive tone shift of
Comic relief.
everything, it kind of took me out of it. I was thinking, what is happening?
Yeah.
I was very much confused because it was literally like after like Jesus is like beaten up and everything, and he's just been brought to this massive king. Like, okay, then he just started performing like a massive like
A show-stopping
jazzy,
number, yeah.
show-stopping number. I'm just
A
like,
little bit of Queen.
yeah, and I was just like, what is happening? This doesn't like to me. I thought it was like I've heard snippets of that song, and it sounded completely different from what
They
I've
did
heard.
change the music because for what the one they did is like they added in like music from like Queen songs, and so it was
Yeah,
like that's not normally in it. So like they also did the thing
No.
of like having dances like that, and then like having the vacuum cleaner as well for like I Want to Break Free. Um,
yeah,
and that's like not everyone enjoyed the change because they're just like that feels weird. Like it's not that how the original musical goes, and so it's like it was more like a directional change of like how like they wanted to
yeah,
stage it, which is their like unique ideas. So it's like not one you can find again realistically,
yeah.
which I found
Yes.
that would be hard as a performer, like if you're trying to rehearse that. Because I was there like I don't know how like Chris did it because I was just there like how do you go home and rehearse your timings for that because that doesn't exist anywhere else.
They might have made him a backing track, I think, and then he had that to do. But still, especially when you have a live band come in, it's so difficult.
Yeah.
I think personally, yes, it was the comic relief scene. It was my favorite scene. Although I think people who were there for like the story and the Bible story and stuff like that, who were very religious, probably would have thought like, why is this in it? Why have they done this? I think because it's a musical and they're like, oh, it's all very tension. To break that tension up, let's have something that's like, comedic relief. So that was Andrew Lloyd Webber and Tim Rice's, choice, which I personally do love the song. It is one of my favorite songs. I think what Chris did with it is amazing, especially after all of the changes. It was very fun. Because it was right after the priest bit, so I used to sit there at the side of the stage thinking, I've got time. And then I would just sit there and watch it from the side of the stage, just dancing along. It was fabulous. The dancers did incredible. I know how much they went over that dance. So that, yeah, they were amazing as well.
Yeah, I think that's the only reason it lost a couple of marks. Only because
Yeah, fair enough.
like it was very good. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's
Yeah.
like
No, yeah.
it's just the fact it very much. I think I get the whole like breaking tension, but I think it broke too much tension.
Right. For you were
And
like, no, more
well,
tension the
yeah,
merrier.
no, because it was getting there. It was rising. I was like, oh, okay. But then when that scene happened, I was just like,
You were like, well, where's this come from?
This is an
well,
epic
yeah. I was
musical fan, Hannah.
no, I was
What?
just like, what has happened? Because I am now confused. But like, obviously, I still follow the story. But I think that was just the only thing for me. It just took me out of it too much.
I see.
But luckily, it drew me back in, like the scene right after.
Yeah.
I personally can't see why the director personally would change it. Like this is to be more unique and a different, our kind of version of Jesus Christ Superstar. But I was still, it was a bit too much. It was too bold of an idea.
Yeah, I think they kind of they had like a lot of Queen motifs in it, and I think it was because they wanted the audience to have something that they could relate to and something they could be like, oh, I get that reference, like with the Hoover and the wig. It was they're all like Queen references, so I think because it's like, oh, Queen is rock, people know Queen, people will understand that. So I think it was kind of like the what's it called, playing to the audience type situation.
Yeah.
I can see that being a thing.
Nice.
Nice. Is that all the questions?
That's all the questions I have. Do you have anything you want to say, Hannah?
Happy almost Halloween. I don't even know when you're gonna edit this, to be fair.
We don't even know this is going to be
I plan to
uploaded.
try and have it up this weekend.
Oh, there you go
okay,
then. Happy almost Halloween. I've just kind of like set you almost like a little date now for you to get it done by saying that.
You've got to the end of October.
Yeah. You've got time.
I do.
But it was a fabulous experience. I'd love to do it next year, whatever the musical happens to be. So I hope it's a really good one. I'm glad that you enjoyed it, Connor, and that you could come and see.
What it is next year, I will either be watching it again or I might even be in it. Who knows?
Yes! Oh, I think it'd be amazing to do a musical.
It's not a promise.
I know.
We have it on video. He
that
said
would be
he'd
cool.
do it.
Yeah. Final words, Jay. Final words.
End the podcast stuff.
End it. What's your final words?
I loved it. Like there was so many good parts of the musical. Like I was like a lot of nights I was very emotional because I'm just like I was so proud watching you, Hannah, do the performances because of like you being my friend, and then like every time I was watching I was like, oh my god, that's like my friend doing that amazing scene. So like that was like one of like the best parts and like the highlight of just being like also leaving on that final night. I was just there like I was so emotional. I was there like, oh, I've made so many good friends. It's like about like it's just gonna be hard to keep in contact with people because like I say like with you it's easier because we've had that whole uni experience together, so we know each other better. But then like having 3 weeks to spend with someone, that's not really enough time to make as strong of a connection. So yeah, I enjoyed it. Yeah.
Very nice. And that's where we're going to leave the podcast.
It is.
Bye, guys.
Join us next time where we're going to be talking about. Well, I don't even know what the hell we're going to be talking about, actually. Just some stuff. Just come join in.
Yeah.
Come join in.
Yes.
They can join us now.
Here.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye, podcast listeners.
Goodbye, my fans.
Oh, wow.
Cringe.